How to lose weight fast: 5 kilograms in a month. Lose 5 kilos in 1 month challenge. Their square measure: two things that verify the load, loss, gain and maintenance of someone. Initial is that the diet and second is that the exercise. After all, little or no share of individuals even have diseases and alternative conditions. Even in those cases, most of it may be tackled by diet and lifestyle changes. I have seen folks lose 35 kgs in 3 months while not even moving into an athletic facility. The very fact is that what you eat becomes vital. Everyone. People have totally different needs. If truth be told, these needs changes with time as our body changes. There's nobody size fits all. Therefore there's no best diet set up that suits everybody. What is more, the steering will assist you keep on with the diet. The explanation you have tried to urge into a diet set up and quit inside days may be tackled if you have got the proper person guiding you. Typically it's thanks to the secretion changes our body undergoes throughout weight gain and may be looked into, whereas coming up with a diet. Second, the lethargy we tend to feel is additionally owing to the hormones that signal our body as if it's void of energy and desires to save lots of for future, whereas actually our belly's square measure sticking out owing to excess energy keep within the type of fat. It is not troublesome to lose weight. You simply have to be compelled to check that your efforts square measure within the right direction. Fat at the abdomen is meant for survival by Mother Nature. Once human were hunters and later foragers, the supply of food was unsure. Thus throughout the drought-like things, once food was unprocurable, to keep fat within the abdominal region was employed by liver to provide all the hexals and supply energy to the body. Nowadays there's no drought-like state of affairs and food is accessible all the time. The body hasn't modified a lot of and that we keep storing fat endlessly as a security mechanism. This fat may be lost. However, it's to be done properly, so you lose the fat you are doing, not get into any deficiency. You complete what you have got started and do not leave halfway owing to complications which can arise throughout the transition. The setup ought to be sensible. For starving yourself is much not possible and leads you to binging, depression, etc. This fat storage at the belly is that the dangerous fat and results in plenty of diseases. To scale back this belly fat is that the biggest challenge and desires plenty of efforts within the right direction. The amount of weight loss attainable depends on several factors. The primary and most vital is that the current weight. If someone is tall and weighs 50 kilograms, it's virtually not possible for him to lose 20 kgs in a pair of months, whereas staying alive. I'm certain you perceive. Whereas someone United Nations agency weighs 130 kgs, it might be easier for him to shed even over 20 kgs in a pair of months. Second issue is that the efforts that someone is willing to require. The results obtained may be terribly totally different even with identical efforts. The purpose is that the potency of those efforts ought to be most to shed most weight. A lot of weighty and overweight folks suffer from pathological conditions like polygenic disease, height, PCOS, liver disease, etc. The diet and exercise program must look at these factors still. Most of those pathological conditions may be merely set right by diet and lifestyle changes in mere some weeks' time. I actually have done it for several folks, which is why will provides a robust opinion like this. PCOS should be set right in your case. It may be done by diet. Third issue is that the weight pattern. Someone United Nations agency is losing weight can lose weight slower compared to someone United Nations agency is gaining weight. This can be once more associated with the secretion setting. If the body someone United Nations agency is gaining weight can begin losing weight a lot of quickly within the initial few weeks. Most people need to urge up early and opt for a morning walk or athletic facility. However, the body signals them to sleep. It tells North American nation that we do not have enough energy. Identical body conjointly tells North American nation to eat a lot of. These square measure thanks to the secretion state of affairs gift. It must amendment. Once the secretion standing changes, everything else changes. We tend to feel a lot of energetic, less hungry, and begin to lose weight. The diet ought to be tailored and may be supported an honest understanding of the body condition. The dietitian guiding you must even be able to assist you address the difficulties you face. Whereas dynamical diet. Last time after you started your diet, did you are feeling associate urge to eat sweet? Or a powerful pain within the abdomen? Or bear in mind let alone the diet and binging on something you bought? The pathetic feeling of obtaining back the lost weight? Loose motions? Simply easy headaches or cranky behavior? Does one assume you'd be able to continue your diet set up if you suffered from any of those? Some tips. Eat plenty of fibrous foods. These foods travel quick in th gut to achieve the Y junction and send a sign to the brain of fullness and thus stop ingestion more. This makes certain we tend to not overeat. Conjointly, the fibrous foods have to be compelled to be chewed. That more helps the foods to travel within the gut, whereas you don't binge and overeat. What is more, most foods terribly high in fiber square measure wealthy in nutrient loop vitamins, minerals and phytonutrients, whereas low in calorie. However, the foremost necessary use of those foods is that it slows the absorption of the food into the body and lowers the flux to the liver. This makes the liver operate terribly effective and doesn't cause fat deposition. Fiber conjointly acts as a prebiotic and promotes the expansion of healthy gut microorganisms. Water. Drink plenty of water. The majority mistake thirst for hunger and begin ingestion. Initial drink some water and look forward to a short while. If you're not hungry, you may not feel the urge. Conjointly, water could be an alkahest and helps to detoxify the body. Don't keep hungry. Don't hand over on any meals. Staying hungry can cause weight gain. After we keep hungry, the body slows the metabolism and makes certain that it's enough saved for the longer term. In such a state of affairs, the body starts put up fat whenever it gets a chance. This conjointly results in plenty of stress and causes you to terribly cranky. This easy plan is eat a lot of and lose weight. Yes. You're reading it right. That's what I do with most of my patients. When you quick, the body changes its metabolism to save lots of the fat. Fat is sort of a fastened deposit we tend to neutralize the banks. We'll attempt our greatest to not bit until associate emergency arises. Similarly, after you quick, the body causes you to logy and creates hunger pangs. If truth be told, underneath such state of affairs, most of the food you eat is reborn to fat. If grasp vertical bar, you recognize, anyone United Nations agency tried to lose weight by staying hungry, then you'd know that the majority doubtless he or she failing therein trying over up and gaining weight more. Exercise the a lot of the higher. Yes. Positively, however, if you don't fuck right, it'll be useless and even will cause weight gain. You must develop correct strategy to urge most profit. Sleep. Not obtaining enough sleep can cause weight gain. It puts your body underneath terrible stress, which can successively cause hypoglycemic agent and leptin hormones imbalances, which can end in weight gain. The diet of a person must be tailored as per her body, reckoning on the approach to life, age, weight, height, physical conditions/issues, medical conditions, blood parameters, etc. It must be changed because the body changes. Moreover, there square measure some psychological hacks that assist you to stay to your diet setup, increase can power. There are several things wherever we tend to indulge a lot of usually. What square measure they and the way to tackle them is extremely necessary. It is vital that you simply mustn't get into any health problems after you attempt to lose weight.